This is IGN. Avatar: Fire and Ash is now up to $1.2 billion worldwide. Welcome to your IGN Daily Update. But first, Pocket Pairs made the surprise announcement of an official Pal World trading card game due out this summer. Pocket Pairs partnered with Japanese trading card game specialist Bushiroad for Pal World official trading card game, which has a July 30th, 2026 release date. As you'd expect, the announcement has sparked further comparisons between Pal World and Pokemon, which has a hugely popular trading card game of its own. In September, Pocket Pair announced Pal World Pal Farm, a farming and crafting spin-off that was revealed just a week after Nintendo revealed cozy farming sim Pokemon Pokopia. Pocket Pair ended up issuing a response after some Pokemon fans questioned the timing of the Pal World Pal Farm announcement. Pocket Pair certainly moved quickly to capitalize on Pal World's explosive success. In March 2024, Pocket Pair boss Takuro Mizobi said the company couldn't handle the massive profits the game had generated. While working on its 1.0 release, the Japanese studio is developing Pal Farm, working on this new Pal World trading card game, running a publishing studio of its own, and it has its other game, Craftopia, to update. And Minecraft-style sandbox game Hytale looks set to be a significant hit, even at the early access stage. Hot on the heels of predicting over 1 million players for the launch, its developer has said Hytale has already made enough money to cover the next 2 years of development. In a social media post, Hypixel Studios founder Simon Collins-LaFlame said that the next 2 years of dev costs are now covered through Hytale pre-purchases. He added, "Combined with my personal commitment of 10 years, we're looking very strong for the future." 3 pre-purchase options are available. The standard edition costs $23.99, the supporter edition costs $41.99, and the founders edition costs $83.99. Collins-LaFlame confirmed the Hytale development team is now 50 plus or so. It all points to enormous early success for Hytale, which has endured a tumultuous development. Hytale was announced in December 2018 with a trailer that has an incredible 62 million views on YouTube. Avatar: Fire and Ash has now grossed $1.2 billion globally after 4 weekends in theaters, with Zootopia 2 up to $1.7 billion worldwide after 6 weekends. James Cameron's sci-fi sequel added $21.3 million domestically and $65.6 million internationally this weekend. In total, Avatar 3 has made $342.6 million domestically, leaving the majority of its box office, $888 million, coming internationally. That's par for the course for the Avatar movies, which have tended to show staying power at theaters and perform particularly well in China. Avatar: Fire and Ash has made $149 million to date in China and is behind only Zootopia 2 in terms of films released in 2025. Speaking of Zootopia 2, it's made an incredible $1.3 billion internationally, with $611 million coming from China. It's Walt Disney Animation's highest-grossing movie of all time. The special effects-heavy Avatar films cost a huge amount of money to produce, but they have historically made billions of dollars at the box office. 2009's Avatar 1 remains the highest-grossing movie of all time, not adjusted for inflation, and has earned a staggering $2.9 billion across several theatrical runs. 2022's Avatar: The Way of Water has earned $2.3 billion meanwhile, cementing its place as the third highest grossing film of all time, just ahead of Cameron's own Titanic. We've spoken for some time now about Avatar: Fire and Ash's box office performance and how well it's doing relative to Avatar 1 and 2. Avatar: Fire and Ash is indeed trailing both its predecessors at this point in its run by some distance too. After weekend 4, Avatar: The Way of Water had made $1.7 billion, and Avatar had made $1.3 billion. It looks increasingly unlikely that Fire and Ash will end up matching Avatar 1 or 2 by the end of its theatrical run. But the bigger question is whether it'll end up doing well enough to convince Disney to greenlight Avatar 4 and 5. Disney has given both sequels release dates already. Avatar 4 currently has a December 21st, 2029 release date, with Avatar 5 due out December 19th, 2031. Cameron, now 71, would be close to 80 years old by the time it all wraps up. In the run-up to Fire and Ash's release, Cameron admitted he was feeling nervous about the film's box office performance and expressed concern about the forces working against theatrical releases in 2025. Speaking on the Town with Matthew Baloney podcast, Cameron said there was potential for sequelitis. He added, "People tend to dismiss sequels unless it's the third Lord of the Rings film and you want to see what happens to everybody, which in my mind this is the culmination of a story arc, but that may not be how the public sees it." And then there's the 1-2 punch of streaming and COVID, which means fewer people are going to the movies. 75% of the number in 2019, Cameron suggested. Disney has used Avengers Doomsday teaser trailers to encourage repeat viewings of Avatar Fire and Ash in theaters. 4 teasers have been released so far, with each going online after a week of theatrical exclusivity ahead of Fire and Ash. Meanwhile, The Housemaid starring Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried is nearing the $200 million mark globally, with positive word of mouth fueling strong holds week on week. A sequel is already confirmed. Anaconda, starring Jack Black and Paul Rudd, is now up to $110.1 million at the global box office. And Marty Supreme, starring Timothée Chalamet, is on $84.1 million globally. That's your IGN Daily Update. My name is Tony Jackson. And if you want more news on your favorite games and entertainment topics, make sure to visit us at IGN.com. You can also download our free app on your phone or console and subscribe to our weekly podcasts through the podcast service of your choice.
Spoken Layer.